Hi, welcome to Brady's Blunders, where I show you the mistakes in my games, hoping you don't make the same ones in yours. Alright, so the last video ended with me helping white seal the center, which was a really bad idea. And at this point, I couldn't find a good way in. I played here, white sealed me off. I pushed up this way, and white closed me off. And with this move, I was thinking, I'm either going to get to the center or I'm going to find some way to gain something. And indeed, that's what happened. And, I was pretty happy at this point. Hey, I'm getting something. White played here, and then Atari'd here, and then Atari'd here. And then, again, white sealed off the center. And allowed me to capture these 5 stones. So great, I gained 11 points. But as nice as that looks, and I felt okay about it, it's 11 points in Gote. It's not that big a deal, and probably not even the biggest move. At any rate, at that point, white turned here, and this is a straight up bad move. It's too slow. It's not doing much of anything. And white would be better off invading immediately into the corner or the side. But white started this way. And the reason it's bad is now I have another stone on the outside, right? This move was good. And now white jumped into the corner. And so in effect, his turn induced A, which made his invasion of the corner more difficult. I hope that makes sense. All right. I haned and he cross-cut, and this is a really common shape in the corner. So this is the game problem. If you were black, where would you play right now? Go ahead and pause if you like. I'll wait here for you. Okay, I'm not even sure why I played the next move the way I did, and all I can think of is that I must have thought that there was some bad agi over here on the left-hand side of the board, and if white got some forcing moves, then there could be some trouble. So I extended here, and this move basically straight up seals the loss. And honestly, there's really not much trouble that white can make here. But white doesn't need to make trouble here. This move just says to white, hey, why don't you go ahead and live in the corner? And white can do this right away, and white's alive. And what I had counted on to be maybe 12 points in the corner for me turns out to be 3 points in the corner for white, which is a huge shift. And if the game was basically really close before that, that just digs too deep a hole, and I've lost the game. All right, so this was really bad. And let's talk about what to think when the opponent makes this crosscut here, or what to think as you make the crosscut. And what white is offering here is a willingness to sacrifice the corner to get some moves on the outside. And black's choice, what black needs to think about is, can white gain something on the outside with that sacrifice? And if the threat from white isn't so major and isn't so bad, then black should really consider telling white, no, I'm going to kill you in the corner, and let's see what you can do on the outside. And that's clearly the case here. Well, for 2 reasons. Number one, I couldn't afford to give up the corner. I had to kill it. But also, I should be able to do it. And there's 3 ways for black to try to kill the corner. And I'll do them in order of least preferable to most preferable in this case. Right. So black can play here, and Atari again. I'm sorry, press again. White gets the free Atari, and then can connect. And at this point, black really wants to prevent another white forcing move and help the left-hand side, so extend here. And the corner's dead. But the problem black has is now white has this move, which is a double peep, and either side that white peeps on, it's really annoying for black. So this will not be a good result, and certainly not good enough. So yep, this kills the corner, but isn't the best way. About 1 second after I played this move, I wished I'd played this move, and this is second best. And again, it's going to kill the corner, but white is going to end up with a similar shape. Let's assume black just gets rid of the aji. White's going to end up with a similar shape to he did before, and this is still a norm. So what that means is black's best move to kill the corner is this one here. White doesn't have enough room to live, and black's extension here helps the top side, reducing the value of that white peep. All right, so this would have been better than the game, much better than the game, and I'd have been able to reasonably play on. So what happened in the game? I unreasonably played on. And basically at this point, I was entering Byoyomi, and I never counted. And I didn't realize that I was actually behind on the board. So the game wasn't even close. And I really, at this point, should have resigned. But I didn't. And eventually, white became disinterested in the game and just stopped playing, and I won on time. And honestly, as I was close to winning on time, I wish I'd have resigned. And especially as I've looked at the game further. And as I prepared for this series of videos, it really got me thinking about what was white doing with this game. And I actually think he may have been treating it as a teaching game. And if indeed he was treating it as a teaching game, oh man, I really wish I'd have resigned. That was the thing to do. But why do I think that? Well, he played a whole bunch of moves that aren't 5-dan moves. And okay, so A was a move that wasn't Joseki. It wasn't part of the Taisha. But okay, fine. Taisha's complicated. Maybe he didn't know. That's okay. But when he played B, this was a trick Joseki that only works if the ladder is good for white. And the ladder wasn't good for white. So it's almost as if he's asking, here's a bad move. Do you know what to do about it? And I didn't. I failed that test. C was a bad move. And I think I knew this was a bad move when I was 2Q on KGS. So I don't think a 5-dan would make this move in a real competitive game. And again, it was a test, and this one I passed. D? D was really deep inside my house. And it was almost as if he was saying, come on, do you have the, are you just going to protect your territory, or are you going to attack me fiercely? Because you should attack me fiercely. And I did attack as fiercely as I could. And then finally E. E doesn't make much sense at all, and helped me get stronger before he invaded the corner. And so I feel like, 1 or 2 of these, okay, he's an amateur, he makes mistakes. But the 5 of these in one game, I feel like he was asking questions. Do you know how to handle this? Do you know how to handle this? And actually, I think that's one of the things that makes this such a good game to learn from. So when I started with this account, or restarted this account, I mentioned that I won the first game at 1Q, and then I won the second game at 2 or 3-dan, and now I won this game at 5-dan, and my account became 9-dan ? Which, as I said, is a joke. And I felt so sheepish about it, so embarrassed that I had a 9-dan any sort of account, that I didn't use it again for months until the 9 disappeared and the 5 disappeared, and it just went straight back to a ? Well, I learned a lot from this game, and I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something too. See you next time. Thanks for watching.